Welcome to the Stone Soup Recovery Podcast. Your host, Adam and Sean, will talk about their lives and living in recovery.
Hello and welcome to Stone Soup Recovery Podcast. My name is Adam.
And I'm Sean.
On this week's podcast, we're going to be talking about family and love and redemption and bullying and what that looks like too. We've been off we had last week off, so took a week off, didn't we, Sean?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, how was your week? Yay, we had a week off. How was your week?
Oh, my week was fine. It was very uneventful.
Yeah.
Kind of like what the whole winter has been like, is just been kind of slow moving, just not a lot going on.
Stable, doing the deal.
Oh, yeah, definitely doing the deal and stable and, all that. But yeah, just ready for spring. And we've been talking a lot about getting the camper out. And taking that out, camping over to, your hometown and, maybe taking it downstate to some friends of ours. And
I'm excited.
Yeah, there's a festival we would like to go to this summer.
We're going to have a great summer. And I know we've been cooped up in this house, and it's, it's time to get out and live the recovery life and do the recovery things. And I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, winter, just everything kind of dies down, and it's very quiet and almost dead.
I know. Nothing jumps off. Yeah. Nothing happens.
But then spring comes and everything comes alive again, and we can go outside in our shorts and do all the things that we love to do. So
one of the things that we've talked about, and we were talking about attending, and maybe others should too, is the UFAM rally, which is May 18th down in Lansing. And it's where the recovery community comes together and they support each other and talk and exchange ideas. And it's a big deal. And you should check it out.
Yeah. Did you say where it was?
Yeah, it's in Lansing.
In Lansing.
Yeah, and you can Google it. That's what I did. I Googled a lot of stuff about it to learn about it. Mm-hmm. Because I know it's a good and positive thing for the recovery community.
Yeah.
And we should be part of it.
Yeah, it should be fun too. I think there's a lot of speakers and probably workshops and podcasts
exactly,
and all kinds of stuff right up our alley. So yeah, I think that would be great if we went to that.
Yeah, that's May 18th and it's in Lansing. So
yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was 1 or 2 days.
It's one day and it's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So it's only for 6 hours.
So you don't even have to worry about camping or anything if you're local. Yeah,
if you're local, no. So you should be all set. Just go down for the day and enjoy the day and get to meet some new interesting people. Mm-hmm.
Look for us.
Yeah, look for us. We'll be there. We'll be there.
Yeah. The cat just walked into our room here. Usually the door's shut all the way and he can't get in, but today he's just meowing and looking all around. Check him out.
Yeah, he's
little banjo
in the studio.
Yeah, he's trying to get right up here in my lap now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've had an eventful week. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Someone from my past, a family member, reached out to me on Facebook and sent me a friend request. And I was really surprised, but happy. And so I accepted the friend request. Mm-hmm. A little time had passed, and one day I said good morning, and they said good morning back. And another few days had passed, and then we started a conversation. I don't know how it started, but we just started talking. Mm-hmm. And it was very slow at first. And then, something that you have to understand is there was a point in my life where my bipolar wasn't being managed. And I was manic. And I had those moments. Mm-hmm. And I had made some very poor decisions that affected people in a very negative way. And I did that while actively drinking and not at all in recovery. There wasn't anything recovery about my life at that time. And I ended up hurting some people. And so I have to make amends for that. And I'm not really sure how I can fix it, because what's done is done. The only thing that I know to do is to stay sober.
Right. Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing, because, they'll see, that you're a changed person than you were, all those years ago.
I look back at the past and I don't shut the door on it. I never do. But I look at the person that I was and the way that I behaved at times. And I can tell you that, honestly, I feel shame and guilt over some of that. And that's unresolved. And I'm going to have to face that like I'm doing now. If not, it's going to lead me back to drinking. And there comes a point in my life where I had made the poor decisions. People got hurt in the chaos. And I was on parole, and I ended up getting violated and got sent back. And that was hard. That was, the whole situation was difficult. What I'm looking for now is maybe just to move forward and to have some restoration in our life, and to be able to find forgiveness for one another, and find love, find redemption. And I'm looking for that, and I'm searching for that. And it's hard looking back and realizing the poor decisions that I did make. And there were many. And I take responsibility for them. I take full responsibility for them. Bipolar or not, drunk or not, I made some poor choices. And I'm still dealing with some of the fallout from that. There's still people out there that are angry at me, that are hurt by me. And these are people that I love, and I don't know how to manage their pain against me as well as my own.
Well, it's kind of like you said, whatever happened in the past, that it's in the past, and that it can't be changed on either side, or, and just to move forward from today, accept me as I am today. Today I'm a sober man that, I've got 3 years of sobriety under my belt, and, I'm doing great, and I want you to be a part of my life. And if, they want the same thing, they'll just want to move on from today forward too.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. That's what I would hope for too.
I really want to speak. I really would like to speak about bipolar for a minute. For so long, my life was unmanageable, and I had bipolar on one side and alcoholism on the other, and the two met in the middle, and there was just chaos. For a long time, my bipolar was unmanaged. I didn't even know I was bipolar. I just thought I was broken, like there was something wrong with me. And I tell you what, I've tried every medication that there is just about out there for bipolar. And it wasn't until I had a genetic test done that told me what meds would work for me. And it's been like night and day. These new meds that I've been on, for over a year now, my outlook for the most part is positive. I feel good. My bipolar is being managed, and my life, there's peace in our life. And it's because we manage these things, these maladies that we have. And for me, sometimes it's a challenge every day. And it's not like my recovery is in jeopardy, nothing like that. But sometimes it's a challenge to deal with what is a true fear, a rational fear, and what is a bipolar anxiety-driven fear. And so for a long time, many years, I drove on anxiety, and I didn't know what I didn't know. Mm-hmm. And so I made a lot of poor choices. Mm-hmm. And my life today is completely different. I'm a different person today. I still have some of those character traits that I manage, but I don't know what it is. It's God, because when I got baptized, a lot of the anger and the pain and the sorrow and even the self-pity and all those things kind of drained away. And when I walked out of there new and refreshed. And it's still with me today. And I look back and I think about things that I've done and places I've been and situations I've been in. And I think that is, how could I have made that choice? I would never make that choice today. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I still do foolish things, but they're things that are metered. There's, I still make mistakes. Don't get me wrong. But they're not at all like what I used to do. And so I look back at that other man, that different person, and I have malcontent and judgment for that person. It's kind of strange to have so much contempt for your past. And there's things I've done in my past that I'm proud of, many things, but there's things as well that I'm not proud of. Mm-hmm. And so I make amends today by staying sober and by being a good human and managing the maladies that affect me in a way that would cause negative reactions to the world. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do to stay sober. I just do the deal, and I try to be a good person.
Do the next right thing.
Do the next right thing.
Yeah.
So I know there's positive things, there's good things going to happen in this relationship. I pray about it, and I know that these people are going to be in my life. I know that there's going to be reconciliation and restoration. I believe that. I just don't know when, and I'm just going to take it slow, mm-hmm. and let each day lead to the next. And I know there's going to be a positive outcome. I have no doubt about it. The other thing that is important that we talk about is bullying. We wanted to talk about that today, and because people bully other people.
Yes, they do. I remember my first bullying experience, and I'm not going to say names, but I'm sure if she listens to this podcast, she will remember.
Okay.
I was in first grade, and I was bullied in the girls' bathroom.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and it had gone on for a little while, but she really made me cry this particular day, and my teacher just happened to walk in at that time. And so she got escorted out of the bathroom, and then my teacher kind of consoled me. Well, forward a few more months, come to find out, my birthday was coming up, and my birthday is right smack in the middle of the summer. So my mom decided that she was going to invite one of the girls from school over, and she had heard me talk about this particular girl. And so she invited her over as a surprise for my birthday.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It actually went really well. We became friends, and we're friends to this day. So but
awesome.
Yeah, that was my first experience with bullying. I didn't like it. She was calling me names. She made me cry.
Yeah.
But, first grade.
I remember bullies in school. I remember me for bullies. I got beat up. I remember getting beat up in school by bullies.
Geez.
I'm like, you got pushed in the ground and all kinds of stuff, and you got to wonder, why do people bully? What is it about bullying that people like? Because there's so much of it in the world. And to me, it's just a selfish act based upon their own insecurities.
Right. It makes them feel better to cut somebody else down.
But there's a lot of different types of bullying, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. There's there's a lot of different kinds. There's like verbal bullying, and that would be like, a person that would call you names like, I don't know, like stupid pants or something.
Stupid head.
And teasing them, making fun of them, putting someone else down. Just in the end, it's just to make that person feel better about themselves. It really doesn't say a whole lot about the person that they're talking down to, There's also social bullying, which is lying and like spreading rumors about particular things that that person might not, want people to know, and playing horrible jokes. And, then there's physical bullying, which would actually be like hitting and pinching and kicking, punching.
That's what
tripping.
I went through. I went through a bully like that.
Yeah, you have physical bullying with that. That's terrible. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I know. I was a little guy. Poor little guy me.
Wow. And now look at you. You're so tall.
I know.
And the last one believe it or not, there's cyberbullying, which is using email, mobile phone, chat rooms, messenger, to harass someone else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of different forms of bullying. Mostly, I would think that it would happen in the schools, with kids.
I've heard of bullying, cyberbullying, to the point to where the kids felt so bad that the child committed suicide.
Oh yeah,
I've heard of that happening on a couple of different occasions. Yeah. When you bully somebody, you make them feel small and weak, and it's only to make yourself feel better. Mm-hmm. And so we have to stop the bullying.
Yeah, we do. It's not fair. It's not right.
It's not right.
No one deserves that kind of,
people who bully should probably go to therapy.
Yeah.
So that's the Stone Soup Recovery Podcast advice. Go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
If you're being a bully, because we do not like it.
No, not at all. There's no room for it. If you can't say something nice, then don't say anything at all.
Amen. And I tell you what, I think on that note, we're going to close.
All righty.
Well, thank you for listening to Stone Soup Recovery Podcast. My name is Adam.
And I'm Sean.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Stone Soup Recovery Podcast. Feel free to contact us on social media. We'd love to hear from you. You can also find more episodes and contact info at stonesouprecovery.com.